Oh my God, first video of 2022. I'm gonna keep this intro super short because I ramble a lot in this in this video, you guys. It's not even a tutorial. This is just like a catch up. It's been forever. I'm not gonna talk a lot. I just want to say I'm so happy to be back with a brand new video, first video of the year, and enjoy. Why am I so excited? I can't believe this is my first video of 2022. The last video I did was a Christmas holiday look. I have so much to catch you guys up on. It is crazy how much has changed since my last tutorial. So we're gonna do, you know what, today I really just want to chat with you guys. I already have all the makeup I picked out that I'm gonna use. It's been products that I've been like, I put aside because I love them and I'm like, I'm using them in my next video. But I'm not gonna be so much talking about the makeup. Instead, I'm gonna be talking, just kind of filling you guys in. So, you know, if you wanna just like put this on in the background when you're doing a chore or like trying to do homework, you want a distraction, sit back, relax, and let's get into this. I'm Eman, by the way. If you're new to my channel, my name's Eman. I'm a professional makeup artist. I've been doing makeup for about a gazillion years. I cut bangs not too long ago, and I've had bangs before and they've never really been an issue growing them out. But this time, for some reason, they are not growing out nicely. But we're just gonna go with it. First off, priming my face. I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Primer. I love this stuff. Okay, so you guys might notice my setup is it doesn't look different because it's still, you know, I like a really clean white backdrop, so that doesn't look different, but the lighting is different. I moved. It happened really suddenly, not suddenly, like it's something that was in the back of my mind for a while. And I finally took the plunge and made the decision. So just to give you guys a little background, I bought a house about 2.5 years ago, I believe, 3 years ago, something like that. And I love my house. It was like the coziest place ever. I bought it at the time because it was like a really good financial decision and it just made sense. A lot of things happened. Corona happened. So the world was different while I was living in the house. Okay, I'm going in with this new foundation from Nars. This is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I love this stuff. So I love the house. It was amazing for like having people over. It was so much space. It was everything I wanted. After living there for a while, I realized that it was just such a big space for me and it was too much space, really. And I didn't realize how much that it was affecting me. When you have more space, you end up like, you know, having more stuff. And I've never been a stuff type of person. Like, I don't like stuff. I like to keep things very, very, very minimal. So having so much stuff was like starting to take a toll on me. And yeah, you can get rid of stuff, but still, when you just have so much space, you just need to fill it in a way. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing, it was far. Like, it wasn't in the heart of the city. I don't like living in the suburbs. Like, I've always been a city girl. P.S. Are you guys seeing this foundation? This foundation is amazing. You guys know, like, I've always loved the Nars Longwear foundation. And then they came out with this one. And I can't believe, like, I think it might be better. It's so pretty. The shade that I'm using, which is like absolutely perfect for me, is Sahel. Nars does amazing foundation. Anyways, so the way that LA is really spread out. Like, it's there isn't just one, like a downtown and then a suburb. It's not like that. There's like so many different pockets. And the area that I bought the house was outside, like probably like 20-25 minutes away from like the thick of like where the really like nice restaurants and the clubs. And not like I'm going clubbing every day or anything, but like, you know, like where all the excitement is. And at first I was like 20-25 minutes, it's not that big of a deal. But then after a while, just like with the way LA traffic is, and you have to get on the freeway, just so many things, it started to take a toll. It made me not go out as much because I was living farther away. Whereas when I lived like right in the heart of the city, I could just like, you know, hop in an Uber and be wherever I need to be in 5 minutes, which was just such a difference. So I didn't like that I was so far out. I didn't like that I had so much space. And then kind of the icing on the cake really was a lot of my friends that lived where I lived, that lived near me, all decided to leave that area. So I was kind of out there by myself. And I was just like, you know what? This is just not for me anymore. And you know, I know I bought this place and it was a great investment, but I think it's time for a new chapter. So I decided to sell the house and move temporarily until I figure out what my next step is, what my next chapter is. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't really told this to a lot of people, but I'm just going to tell all of you guys right now. I've been thinking a lot about New York, and I love LA. Like, LA's been my home for the last 7 years, and I'll always have a home here in LA. But there's just something about this city that doesn't fulfill me the way that it used to. And I think it's just, you know, like I'm growing up, I'm getting older, you know, like LA's amazing for when you're like young and you're like partying and like, not that like I still like to go out and do all that, but I also have a lot of other passions in my life right now that I just don't feel LA is the place to pursue those passions. But I think New York might be. But I won't really know unless I try it out. By the way, I am using the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Concealer. This shade is light warm, and I'm just blending everything with my wet beauty blender. This is Key, and it's just like really highlights your face. You guys see that? It's gonna like settle a bit once we add powder. So the next adventure might potentially be New York. I really want to try it out, test it out. It wouldn't be a full-time thing. I would never live in New York all year because it's just way too cold. If you're from the East Coast, anywhere in that area, let me know your thoughts on that. I used to live in Toronto. You guys know I used to live in Toronto, and that's on the East Coast, and it was freezing, and I did not last. I stayed in Toronto probably about maybe 2.5 years because I just could not handle the cold. So me and cold don't do very well. So I would only want to be in New York the times of the year where the weather is really beautiful. So thinking like April, May, maybe June. What do you guys think? If you're from that area, please let me know when is the best. Oh, September, fall. I wouldn't mind going in December too, because I've never been to New York in the holidays. I think that would be really beautiful. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm just like sharing out loud with you guys what my thoughts have been in the last little while. I'm really happy that my house sold. I feel very, very grateful. I love my new place. So let's get into that. Okay, so I am in a new apartment. There's definitely pros and cons of living in a house and living in an apartment. In a house, you have all the space to yourself. You don't have to worry about neighbors. I completely forgot about neighbors, you know, which can be good or bad. Like, I felt very alone in the house because I didn't see anyone really, whereas here in an apartment, like, you know, you see your neighbors all the time, but then also you can hear them when they're arguing. So one thing I love about this apartment is that it is like all windows. So I really, really want to try to shoot a lot more natural light, like no artificial lighting. I was playing around with my lighting setup for so long, trying to get it right. And it was so hard because it's just like YouTube lighting is such a thing, you guys. It's really, I forgot how complicated it was because I had my setup and I just didn't mess with it forever. But now I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. This is really hard. So trying to figure it out. But I will tell you guys, the one thing is like I have a big window in front of me, like a huge window in front of me right now. And I'm gonna try to, as much as possible, shoot with natural light instead of the studio lighting. I'm gonna try to. We'll see how it goes. For the contour, I use my absolute favorite. I love this contour stick. It is the Persona Cosmetics Bronze Multi-Stick in the shade Dune. Just gives like the skin like a really pretty glow. I'm going in to set everything with the Fenty Beauty. I love this setting powder. This is called the Pro Filter Butter Setting Powder. I don't know what they put in this stuff, but for some reason it smells really good. Also, I'm not using a monitor like I usually do. This is like old school YouTube right now. I'm just looking in the viewfinder, so if I'm looking off instead of looking into the lens, I'm so sorry. With that foundation, it makes your skin look so smooth, and the primer and everything. So like you don't even need to put powder, honestly, but I'm going to because I tend to get really shiny in these areas. I did not mean to put that much. I didn't realize there was that much on the puff. So we're just gonna wipe some of that off. I don't mind having a little bit of extra powder along my nose anyways, because it makes your nose look thinner. So it's like a little bit of a reverse contour trick. But look at that, you guys. This powder, like, I have to tell you, moving my old makeup set to my new makeup set, I purged so much and I was so picky on what I brought over. From now on, you guys, I will only be using products in my videos that I absolutely love. So my setup is completely different. I used to have like all my makeup organized by brand. So everything for Dior, everything for Fenty, everything for L'Oreal. Now I completely switched that up. Now I have everything set up by what the product is. So for example, foundation, setting powder, concealer, and I only keep the products that I am like obsessed with. Like products I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Anything that I'm like, this is okay. Like, it's not bad. It's, I don't mind it. I keep it in a totally separate section. I'll give it away. I'll donate it. And then things that I'm just like, no, this is not for me. I just get rid of it. I don't even keep it anymore. So there's no chance of me using something I don't like on camera. Speaking of products I'm obsessed with, this is the Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder from Huda Beauty. This is shade 04 Deep Tan. My absolute favorite bronzer right now. This one in the Makeup by Mario I love. There's just something about the tone of this bronzer that's so pretty. I actually found out about this from Sylvia Gani, who, you guys know Sylvia. She's also on YouTube. When I was stuck in Canada a little while ago, I think I told you guys that story. After my trip from Greece, I was staying with Sylvia and she put me on to this bronzer. She's like, you have to try this bronzer. It's so nice. And she was right. I'm totally up to date with all of my PR. So all the new products that are coming out that are amazing, I'll be able to share them with you guys right away instead of like months later. And I love my makeup room. Just being able to sit and do my makeup in front of this beautiful window. I get to see outside. It's so, so pretty. It makes me so happy, you guys. I just feel like this is really what I needed. And sometimes you don't realize what you need until you kind of just step away from your situation and look outside of your situation. You know what I mean? Like, just look outside of it and it clicks sometimes. And I'm glad that I was able to try something different out. I realized, living in the suburbs is not for me. I was always like, I need to put down roots and I need to settle. And like, I just don't think I'm that person. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Because I know that that's what I guess society tells you you're supposed to do. But I just have never really been that person. I've always been the type of person who wants adventure and who wants to explore and who wants to always be trying new things. And I want to, you know, I don't want to be stuck in a certain situation. I want to be able to just get up and go and see where life takes you, kind of thing. So that was what I learned from the last 2 years, I think. Brows, love it. This is my new favorite brow pencil. I love the original. This is from It Cosmetics. It's their brow power pencil, their universal one. I love this new version that they came out with, which is the micro. The original one is like thicker and the micro is a lot thinner, but it still looks amazing. It's just a little bit thinner. Okay, for cheeks, I went through my collection. I realized that the blushes that I love the most are from Bare Minerals, because in my blush drawer where I have all my favorite blushes, like 90% of them are Bare Minerals. So this one is called Bellini Brunch. Let's pop this baby open. I'm also doing my blush in a slightly different way than I normally do. I'm using a much smaller brush. This is the Sigma F10 powder blush brush. Kind of tap it in. I always tap it off. And then I'm more like stippling it rather than like sweeping. I'm more stippling it to place it where I want the blush exactly. Because a lot of the times I feel like I end up kind of blending, like applying it all over the place, and then I have to go back and blend it out and fix it. Whereas now I'm like, okay, I can be a little bit more specific on where I want this. Anytime I have change in my life, I always get excited. Like usually, Corona was not a good change, so that one doesn't count. But usually, whenever there's change, I get really excited and like motivated, and that's where I'm at right now, you guys. So I really want to still post vlogs for my channel because I know that they don't get as many views, but I really enjoy doing them, and it feels good to just like fill you guys in, not just on what's new with makeup, but what's new with my life, because there's just so many things. And you guys know, like, I've been doing YouTube forever. It's such a big part of my life. And yes, I'm on TikTok and I'm on Instagram, and there will always be other platforms, but there's just something about YouTube that's just so different. And I think maybe it's because it's where I started, so it just holds a really special place in my heart. Why am I getting sentimental right now? I've seen comments about YouTube Shorts, that some people don't like the shorts, you know, like 30-second, 15-second videos. It's kind of weird the way YouTube has it set up, because it shows up like a regular video, but it's not. It's a shorts. It's like a completely different part of YouTube. It's kind of like the TikTok of YouTube. So I don't want you guys to think that just because I'm posting a short, it means I'm not going to be posting a full YouTube video. They're just like two really separate things. It's extra content for you guys. So I will continue posting long form videos like this, but I'll also post shorts every now and then, just to, you know, to fill in between. And then the vlogs, because I love doing the vlogs. They just make me happy. Okay, so mascara. I've tested out so many mascaras in the last month, and they all kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna name names, but I will tell you the only one that I liked is this one from It Cosmetics, Hello Lashes. Okay, so I have a video that I'm posting on Thursday with Sephora, and it's gonna be all of my absolute favorite products from Sephora. And which is easy because like every brand ever is from Sephora. Okay, this lip, you guys, is so pretty. This is from YSL, shade 301 Lippy. And I like to kind of pat the color because they're really pigmented. Work it in a little bit. And then I take my absolute favorites, the Buxom Full On Pumping Lip Polish in the shade Soulmate. I love this gloss. This is like a beautiful topper gloss, so you apply it on any other color or on its own, it looks just as pretty. I can't wait till we don't have to wear masks anymore, so I could wear full on lip colors again. Okay, so I feel like my face is looking a little bit pale in the camera, but it doesn't look pale in the mirror. So what should we do? Just to be safe, should I put a little bit more bronzer? I think so. I'm pretty sure if I wasn't talking, you guys, I can do this makeup in 5 minutes. This is like my 5-minute everyday super easy face. Last step we need is highlighter. I'm using one of my favorites, the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. I'm not sure if they still make this. I hope that they do. I don't know why they would stop. It's such a great highlighter. What shade is this? This one is shade 100 Molten Gold. It's so pretty. I've been using this little fan brush for my highlighter, my nose highlighter. It's the E04 Sigma. I think I like it. I'm not totally sure just yet. I feel like, I don't know. Let me get back to you guys, tell you if I like that brush to apply. I definitely love something like big and fluffy for my cheek highlight. So pretty. I love this. Oh, I have to do a skincare video because my skin has been amazing lately. And I never say that, but I know exactly why. So I will definitely do a skincare video for you guys. All right, let's see the final look. I'm gonna pop on some earrings, fix my hair, and I'll be right back. Ta-ta! I wish you guys could see the skin in person in real life. The skin looks amazing. It's so pretty. Like the complexion, the foundation, the powder, all of it. This foundation from Nars is incredible. Anyways, I am so happy to be back. I know that this was like a very rambly video, but I'm really excited. And I think you can feel my excitement. What do I want to say before I end this video? I want to say this year we're going to hit 1 million subscribers. It took a long time, but we're going to hit it, which I'm very happy about. I think I really want to make this year on YouTube very special because it's a monumental thing to be, you know, committed to doing something for so long. And I love it so much. And yeah, I love you guys. And thank you for all the support through the years. And cheers to a new chapter and a new beginning, a new year, and all good stuff. So thank you so much for watching, babes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you're new, this is not how my usual videos are. I'm usually a lot more put together. But if you're new, hit subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment. I love reading your comments. Add me on Instagram at Eman, EMAN, on TikTok at Eman Makeup. And I will see you guys with another video very soon. Bye.